How to draw rings. First, start with the big volumes. Never draw the details at the beginning. We will use soft lines, so for this you don't need greasy 8B pencils. 2 or 4B will be enough. After drawing the parallelepipeds, draw an ellipse to each side of the primary shape. Trace the diagonals and the half segments of each side of the parallelepipeds. After this, start by tracing the ellipse. First the opposite arcs and then the other pair of arcs to form the ellipse. As you will observe, to all the objects in the world, everything has front and lateral sides and also a thickness, and you will soon see how to draw it. The thickness will follow the contour of ellipse created. We build the jewel from primary shapes, and this exercise is here to help you just to draw the jewel. When thinking how to design a jewelry, in this case the ring, you could get inspired by primary shapes to create simple designs. For example, you could change the ring form from round to square or triangle, or you could play with the shape of the stone. Could it be a sphere, a cone, a cylinder, or a prism? Don't think too much of how the ring will be, just play with the primary shapes. In this exercise, I will show you how to create 6 easy shapes that can be useful when drawing rings. No matter what you construct, keep in mind that you need axes, primary shapes, and then the connections. This formula is applied to any drawing you will use from now on, not only in fashion design. The first ring has a simple shape. It is a basic wedding ring. The second one I will draw in 2 different positions so that you can see how to draw it from up or down. The most important thing is to draw the ellipses in their own, let's say, box. This will help you draw them perfectly. The line should be very simple, and for that, see the videos named Backstage, where I explain what kind of exercises you should do to train your hand. Do not use multiple lines. Try to draw the lines from single stroke if possible. For the third, fourth and fifth ring, we start with the boxes in which we will draw later on the ellipses. Same thing as in the first row. See once again how to construct the ellipses and their thickness. None of them should end in a single line, but in a double line for the thickness. The last 2 rings are showing 3 different types of sections: rectangular, rounded, on the exterior and on the interior. Another exercise is to draw the same object in multiple positions. If you do it right, this will mean that you are quite advanced now. It is difficult to imagine how a ring could look like in many different positions, especially if you don't cheat and if you have one ring lying on the surface. You shouldn't move it from that position, but once you draw the first ring, I'm sure you will be able to sketch it in any view. We draw a ring lying flat on the table. We build the rhombus in which we will frame the ellipse. Like before, we will follow the same steps of construction. See now how easy it becomes when you know the principles and when you just play with the position of the primary shape in which later you will fit the ellipses. I draw the same ring bigger and bigger just to show you the fact that it does not matter if the same ring is smaller or big in the same composition, but if the proportion of the ring are kept in every single drawing. Now that you can draw any ring in any position, let's get to the shading part. Once the ring is sketched, use the principles of gradient, light and shadow to, let's say, color the surface. And now let's see some simple forms you can create and get yourself inspired first, and then create your own jewels. See where I put the shadows and light, and do the same. Decide from the beginning the lighted area and where the light comes from, and in function of this shade the jewel. Of course that the ring can have more contrast or it can be light in shading, depending on the light source or on the material of the ring. The ring can be in plastic and dark grey, so this means in the light part you will use dark grey to fill the shape. At the end, do not forget to leave the reflexes in white, and also keep in mind that each form should be hatched on its generator line. For this, see also my hatching tutorials. Good luck with the drawing, and as always, I'm waiting for your comments and suggestions below. Thank you for subscribing. See you in the weekend.